Hallo zusammen. Hello everybody. Willkommen zurück. Today we're going to be playing Deponia while learning German. There's always going to be subtitles so you can follow in English and German. And I'm going to pause after every conversation to help you learn. And if you have any questions, feel free to send them to me. So the subtitles are smart. There's scholars to help you master German grammar. There's scholars for the genders. Masculine is in blue, feminine is in red, and Nur is in orange. There's also colors for the grammatical cases. The accusative is in purple, the dative is in green, and the genitive is in brown. So pay attention to those. When you see them in context, you get used to them better. Also, at the end of the stream, we're going to be doing some simple exercises like word matching and flashcards. So make sure to stay until the very end to benefit the most. You can participate in the chat. Yeah, knowing that, let's start. Das letzte Mal waren wir bei der Post. Wir müssen mit diesem Roboter hier sprechen.
Fehler, Fehler.
Dann halt nicht. Hi.
Bitte nennen Sie Ihr Anliegen.
Ich möchte einen Nachsendeantrag stellen.
Nennen Sie den Grund für den Nachsendeantrag.
Ich wohne in Zukunft in Elysium.
Selbstüberschätzungserror.
Okay. Fehler, Fehler, error, error. Fehler is an error or a mistake. This is what you would use in a computer. It's masculine because it ends with ER. Dann halt nicht. Then just not. Halt here, the word in the middle is a particle, which just implies that we are resigning to reality. Like, what can we do? Fine, whatever, if you say so, yeah. Bitte nennen Sie Ihr Anliegen. Please state your request. Also, das Anliegen is a request or a matter of concern. Das Anliegen is Nur. This is why you see it in orange. Yeah. Ich möchte einen Nachsendeantrag stellen. I would like to submit a forwarding request. Also der Nachsendeantrag. If you want to cut out the word, it's Nachsenderantrag. So like after, nach. Sender is the transmission, right? So the transmission, so the request comes afterward. This is the logic behind it. Nennen Sie den Grund für den Nachsenderantrag. State the reason for the forwarding request. Also der Grund is the reason. And you can see the accusative here, den Grund. Ja. And also after für den. Yeah, pay attention to those. Ich wohne in Zukunft in Elysium. I live in Elysium in the future. If you remember, Elysium is the name of the space station that Rufus here would like to go to one day. This is his dream. Die Zukunft is future, and it's feminine because it ends with T. Always notice these colors to help you remember the gender in a way that's methodical, so you remember them for longer. Selbstüberschätzungserror. Overconfidence error. So obviously he's talking about Rufus having too much confidence. Also selbst is self. Overschätzung is an evaluation. So if you self over evaluate, you're overconfident.
Von wo aus kann ich funken?
Ausgehende Funkgespräche können von jedem angemeldeten Privatgerät aus geführt werden.
Wo finde ich denn so ein angemeldetes Privatgerät?
Es ist kein privates Fernsprechgerät für Außerortsgespräche registriert.
Was soll denn das heißen? Man muss doch irgendwie nach außen funken können.
Nicht von einem privaten Gerät aus.
Von wo aus kann ich funken? From where can I radio? This is a literal translation. Funken is to radio, as in to transmit radio, to broadcast. Ja, funken. And notice how in German you broadcast out of somewhere. This is why we use aus. Ja, von wo aus, from where, out. This is the literal one. So this is why it's not literally from. So always pay attention to these prepositions. They are different in each language. Ausgehende Funkgespräche können von jedem angemeldeten Privatgerät aus geführt werden. Outgoing radio calls can be made from any registered private device. Also ausgehend is outgoing. You can see the aus here in the beginning. Yeah, ausgehen, obviously going. The D makes it into an adjective, and the E at the end is just because the word after it is plural. Yeah. Funkgespräche is a radio conversation. You can see the funk in the beginning, just like we took the verb funken, which is to radio. Yeah. Angemeldeten, from the verb anmelden, to register. Aus again, because you use that preposition when you are radioing out. Wo finde ich denn so ein angemeldetes Privatgerät? Where can I find such a registered private device? Also angemeldet is registered, again from the verb anmelden. Privatgerät is a composed word, so it's a private device. Privatgerät. Just make sure you pronounce the A with an open A, privat. Ja? Es ist ein privates Fernsprechgerät für Außerortsgespräche registriert. There is no private telephone registered for out-of-town calls. Ja, so Fernsprechgerät, literally fern is far away. Ja. Sprech, obviously to speak, and Gerät, device. So these are, words. They're just making them up in this game. It's a funny game. Don't let them scare you. Yeah, but you already know that Gerät is neuter. Yeah. This is why the adjective before it takes an es. Ja, privates Fernsprechgerät. Und Außerortsgespräche, außer, so outside, außer Ort, place. Gespräche is conversations, speeches. Was soll denn das heißen? What's that supposed to mean? Remember the verb heißen, even though you take it as a beginner, ich heiße bla bla bla, ich heiße bla 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 means my name is, but it could also mean to mean, ja? Was soll das heißen means, what is that supposed to mean? Ja, was soll das heißen? Was soll denn das heißen? The then just adds a bit of personality to it. It's not really, doesn't add to the meaning. Man muss doch irgendwie nach außen funken können. You have to be able to radio to the outside world somehow. Yeah. So you use the preposition here nach, towards outside, because outside is sort of a direction. Yeah, it's not very precise. This is why in German you use nach außen. Nicht von einem privaten Gerät aus. Not from a private device. So here we need two prepositions, from and out. So not from out a private device. Let's actually add das Gerät. Device is neuter because it starts with GE and no other rule applies.
Gibt es denn gar keine externen Geräte?
Es existieren keine externen Geräte außer dem Horchposten der Post und dem Backup-System im Tresorraum.
Na, das sind doch schon mal 2.
Beide Geräte sind nicht zur öffentlichen Nutzung freigegeben.
Verdammt!
Gibt es denn gar keine externen Geräte? Are there no external devices at all? So the meaning of at all comes from gar. Yeah. And also notice the final N of externen. This is because Geräte is plural here. Es existieren keine externen Geräte außer dem Horchposten der Post und dem Backup-System im Tresorraum. There is no external devices. Exist except for the post office listening post and the backup system in the vault. Also der Horchposten is a listening post because horchen is to listen like carefully. Backup system is just like English backup system. Yeah. Der Tresorraum is a vault. The treasure is in there. Na, das sind doch schon mal 2. Well, that's 2 already. Mal here and doch don't really add to the meaning. They more add to the intention. Mal makes it more into of a soft kind of statement, and doch makes it into a contradiction. It's like, this is not what you said before, you just contradicted yourself. Yeah? Beide Geräte sind nicht zur öffentlichen Nutzung freigegeben. Both devices are not released for public use. Also die Nutzung is the use, and it's feminine because it ends with UNG. You can see it in red here at the end. Und freigeben is to release, let's say release a ride at a park from a certain age up, or a movie or a game. Yeah. Let's call it set free, or let's keep it release for now. Ja.
Darf ich in den Tresorraum?
Nur über meine verrosteten Wrackteile.
Das können wir arrangieren. Mann, bist du langweilig. Ich meine, macht dir der Job überhaupt Spaß?
Definieren Sie Spaß.
Also bei dir ist ja echt Hopfen und Malz verloren. Spaß halt. Wie wenn jemand vor deinen Augen in eine offene Müllgrube fällt. Oder sich aus Versehen den Fuß anzündet.
Zerstörung ist Spaß.
Ja, wenn sie nicht dir passiert.
Ich mag es, die Luftblasen in der Knickerfolie zu zerdrücken. Ist das auch Spaß?
Wenn's dir gefällt.
Leider brauche ich die Knickerfolie immer nur, um Pakete mit kleinen Gütern aufzufüllen, die irrtümlich in Paketen der Frankierungsstufe 3 gelandet sind. Und das passiert so gut wie nie.
Aber wenn es passiert, dann ist hier bestimmt Party.
Darf ich in den Tresorraum? Can I go to the vault or into the vault? Notice how in German here there is no word or a verb to say to go. It's implied. Yeah, gehen, we don't say gehen. Yeah, the go part is just dropped. But it is implied, especially with the accusative case. You can see in den here in purple, because there's motion. Whenever there's motion, in takes the dative. Nur über meine verrosteten Wrackteile. Only on my rusty wreckage. Yeah, the translation here is a bit off. So he's trying to say only over my dead body, but because he is a robot, he says only above my rusty wreckage, Wrackteil or wreckage part. Das Wrackteil, wreckage part, let's say. Und verrosteten is from the verb verrosten, to rust. So in German, normally you say nur über meine Leiche, as in only over my dead body. Here he said nur über meine verrosteten Wrackteile, only over my rusty wreckage. Das können wir arrangieren. We can arrange that. So obviously he wants to do him some harm. Rufus. Mann, bist du langweilig. Man, you're boring. Langweilig means boring. It's easy to remember this word because lang is long and Weile is a while, let's say time. So when something takes a long time, it's boring, right? This is where this word came from, langweilig. Ich meine, macht dir der Job überhaupt Spaß? I mean, do you even enjoy your job? Notice how you say enjoy or have fun in German. You make fun. It's more active, yeah? Macht Spaß, remember that. When talking, don't try to translate literally. And überhaupt is even or at all or anyway, in general. Definieren Sie Spaß. Define fun. Also bei dir ist ja echt Hopfen und Malz verloren. Well, you've really lost your marbles. It's a very colloquial way to say it here. Also der Hopfen is hop und das Malz is malt. This is just an expression, yeah. It's pretty regional, so you don't have to remember it, just understand it if you hear it. Spaß halt, just fun. Again, here we see the particle halt, which doesn't mean halt. Yeah, it just means that's the way it is. It's fun. I mean, don't you know what fun is? It's part of reality. You're supposed to know what it is. Why don't you know what it is? Yeah. Wie wenn jemand vor deinen Augen in eine offene Müllgrube fällt. Like when someone falling into an open garbage pit in front of your eyes. So he's giving him an example. Rufus likes to prank people a lot. Ja, also die Müllgrube is a garbage dump. And it's feminine because it ends with an E. You can see the E highlighted in red here. And in front is vor deinen Augen. You can see the N because of the plural. Yeah. Oder sich aus Versehen den Fuß anzündet. Or accidentally lights his foot on fire. Is very violent, Rufus. Also das Versehen, in this context you can call it accident, but it's literally an oversight. Ja, das Versehen is an oversight. Also aus Versehen, as in accidentally, without noticing. Anzünden is to light, as in light fire. Obviously, Rufus has done this quite a few times in his life. Zerstörung ist Spaß. Destruction ist fun. Die Zerstörung is destruction. Again, feminine because it ends with UNG. This is a very reliable ending. Really, 99% of words that end with UNG are feminine. So if you're new to this concept of remembering the grammatical genders of German nouns, start with this one. It's a very reliable ending. Ja, wenn sie nicht dir passiert. Yes, if it doesn't happen to you. Yeah, so to you, if you still don't understand the dative, this is the perfect example for you. Something happens to you, you are using the to. This is why we say dir and not dich. Yeah? So this is the idea of the dative. It's the indirect object to you. Ich mag es, die Luftblasen in der Knickerfolie zu zerdrücken. I like to crush the bubbles in the knicker wrap. Also die Luftblase is a bubble und die Knickerfolie is a knicker wrap. Whenever you wrap things that you don't want them to break while shipping. Zerdrücken is to smash, to crush, to squash. Remember to pronounce the Z in German like the TS in cats, ja? Zerdrücken. Ist das auch Spaß? Is that fun too? Oh, wenn es dir gefällt. Phew, if you like it. Also notice here the use of the verb gefallen, which is to please. When something is pleasing to you, there is a dative. Yeah, when you say das gefällt mir, it literally means this is pleasing to me. Das gefällt mir. Ja. Leider brauche ich die Knickerfolie immer nur, um Pakete mit kleinen Grünen aufzufüllen, die irrtümlich in Paketen der Frankierungsstufe 3 gelandet sind. Don't be afraid of the long sentences. We're gonna break it up. Unfortunately, I only ever need the knicker film or knicker wrap to fill up parcels with small goods that have mistakenly ended up in franking level 3 parcels. This is the most challenging game we play on Learn German Games. If you find this too difficult, come on my other streams. I stream easier games, I promise. Also leider is unfortunately. Leider brauche ich, so I need Knicker Film or Knicker Folie, Knicker Wrap. Immer nur, only, always only, literally, always only, to fill up packets with goods. Let's add some of the words here. Also auffüllen is to fill up. Und das Gut ist Property, so die Güter is properties or goods, as in wares. Irrtümlich is erroneous or erroneously. Remember that in German, adjectives and adverbs are the same, so erroneous and erroneously or mistakenly are the same, which is irrtümlich. Frankierungsstufe as a postage level. This is a composed word. Frankierung is a postage. Feminine because it ends with ung. Stufe is generally it means a step, but in this case it's a level or degree. Also die Stufe. Und das passiert so gut wie nie. And that almost never happens. So notice this is a very useful construction here. So gut wie nie, which means almost never. As in as good as never. Aber wenn es passiert, dann ist hier bestimmt Party. But if it happens, then there's bound to be a party here. This is a hint for us about what to do with the game. So we have to, I guess, distract the robot by somehow finding these knicker wraps. Ja. Mal sehen.
Was ist denn das für ein Kratzen? Kommt das etwa da aus dem Kasten?
Das sind die Ersatzpostkatzen, die da kratzen.
Das Kratzen in dem Kasten kommt von Ersatzpostkatzen?
Es ist der Ersatzpostkatzenkasten.
Krass.
Kommt es etwa da aus dem Kasten? So he asked him about the sound of the scratching, kratzen. Is that where it comes? Is that where it comes from? Out of the box? Yeah. Etwa here adds a kind of presumption, like he's assuming this is where it comes from, and etwa is like, can you confirm what I suspect? Kommt das etwa da aus dem Kasten? Also der Kasten is a box. Das sind die Ersatzpostkatzen, die da kratzen. These are the replacement male cats scratching. In German it sounds a lot funnier. Yeah, you can see the long word here, Ersatz. Ersatz. Der Ersatz is a replacement. Also Ersatzpost is a replacement male. So replacement male cats, Katzen. Die kratzen. So the D here is referring to the cats, yeah? Die da kratzen, that there scratch. Also kratzen ist the scratch. Das Kratzen in dem Kasten kommt von Ersatzpostkasten? Best question ever. The scratching in the box is from the replacement male cat. It sounds so boring in English, so much funnier in German. Notice the first word, das Kratzen, is the same verb we just saw, but here it is used as a noun. This is why you see it in orange, because it's neuter. In German, whenever you turn a noun into, whenever you turn a verb into a noun, it becomes neuter. This is why we say das Kratzen. Also das Kratzen in dem Kasten, the scratching in the box, kommt von Ersatzpostkasten, from the replacement male cats. Es ist der Ersatzpostkatzen, Es ist der Ersatzpostkatzenkasten. It's the replacement male cat box. So obviously these are words they're making up in the game just to sound funny. It's a very funny game in a German kind of way. Also Ersatz, replacement male, Post, Katzen, Cats, Kasten, Box. So the funny part is that Katzen and Kasten sound almost the same. There's only two flipped letters. Very funny thing to try to say. Krass. Krass doesn't literally mean crass. It's like saying, whoa, way up, dude. It has this kind of feeling, yeah? Way out there, out and out. Okay, ja.
Ersatzpostkatzen, wie putzig.
Und sehr nützlich, ich muss die Postkatzen wechseln, wenn sie schmutzig werden.
Und den Ersatzpostkatzenkasten musst du nicht putzen?
Doch, aber nur mit Putzmittelersatz. Das ist sehr lästig.
Und wohin packst du die putzigen Ersatzpostkatzen, wenn du den Ersatzpostkatzenkasten putzt?
In den Ersatzpostkatzenkasten Putzmittelersatzsack.
Potzdonner.
Ersatzpostkatze? Wie putzig! Replacement male cats or spare male cats? How cute! Also putzig is cute, and they especially use this word because it sounds like putzen, which is to clean, and he's going to use it in the next sentence to rhyme a little bit. Und sehr nützlich and very useful. Also nützlich is useful. Ich muss die Postkasten wechseln, wenn sie schmutzig werden. I have to change the postcards when they get dirty. Also wechseln is to change. Schmutzig is dirty. Und den Ersatzpostkatzenkasten musst du nicht putzen. So this is why he said putzig before, to use the verb putzen, which is to clean. And you don't have to clean the spare, actually not the spare, that's the wrong translation here. To clean the spare, the replacement male cat boxes. Yeah. You can only appreciate this game in German. It's made in Germany, by the way. The original language is in German. So this is why these jokes only work in German. Doch, aber nur mit Putzmittelersatz. Das ist sehr lästig. Yes, you can, but only with cleaning agent substitute. This is very annoying. So doch, when you use it as an answer, it doesn't literally mean yes. Yeah, it's just a way to contradict what the person who asked the question or who stated something says. So yes is more like yes it can, yeah, as opposed to what you said. Aber nur mit Putzmittelersatz. Literally, Putzmittel is a way to clean. We just took the verb putzen, which is to clean. Putzmittel, it's like a cleaning agent, a way to clean, a means to clean. I'm saying means because it sounds more like Mittel. Und Ersatz, we took it before, is replacement. So a cleaning agent substitute. This is very annoying. Lästig. Annoying. Und wohin packst du die putzigen Ersatzpostkasten, wenn du den Ersatzpostkasten putzt? I keep adding words to words. And where do you put the cute spare male cats when you clean the spare male cat box? Also, packen is to pack, to package, to pack away, let's say, to make it clear. Packen is to pack away. And remember, putzig is cute. We just took it a few sentences ago. But here we have an extra E and N because the noun after it is plural. In den Ersatzpostkasten, Putzmittelersatz. Yeah, don't let that word scare you. It's just the game trying to be funny. Also into the spare postcast box cleaner spare bag. So just like this very long, you can consider it like a word in English as well. There's just spaces. But I will break up the German one as well because it's just funny. Also Ersatz is replacement, yeah. And then you have Post, mail. Katzen is cats. And Kasten is box. Putzmittel is cleaning agent. Ersatz, replacement, and Sack, back. I think I'm gonna start naming all the items around my house in German like that because they just sound funnier. Okay. Let's actually start to explore a bit. Wir erkunden ein bisschen.
Bis später.
Okay. Wo sind diese Katzen?
Man lässt eine Katze die Briefmarken lecken? Na, wenn die mal keinen Mist baut. Ein bisschen zu langsam oder ein bisschen zu schnell und die Lieferung ist gleich falsch frankiert.
Bis später. See you later. Remember that später starts with an SB, so you have to pronounce it like sp. Ja? Später. Man lässt eine Katze die Briefmarken lecken. You let a cat lick the stamps. So man here does not mean man, as in one lets a cat, as in they, whoever is responsible for the post office here. Die Briefmarke is a stamp. It's feminine because it ends with an E. There's an N after it here because it's plural, yeah? Lecken is to lick. Na, wenn die mal keinen Mist baut. Well, if she doesn't screw up. Here it doesn't literally mean screw up. Mist bauen literally means to build crap, which means to make a mess. Ja, also der Mist is crap or manure. Bauen is to build. This is just a way in German to say to screw up, to do something wrong. Also Mist bauen, ja? Ein bisschen zu langsam oder ein bisschen zu schnell und die Lieferung ist gleich falsch frankiert. A little too slow or a little too fast and the delivery is about to be incorrectly franked. Also, die Lieferung is a delivery. Again, finishes, it ends with ung. This is why it's feminine. And I think we took frankieren before a few minutes ago. Frankieren is to frank or to stamp, ja? Noch so eine Katze.
Eine Katze in einem Laufrad. Süß.
Was gibt es denn noch? Vielleicht hier oder was?
Fehler, Fehler.
Dann halt nicht.
Vielleicht oben.
Rufus hat die Schrauben vom Kinderkarussell geklaut.
So langsam kommt er ins Schwitzen. Hey, huhu, hallo.
Ach du schon wieder. Lass dich kurz. Ich habe zu tun.
Fehler, Fehler, Error. Dann halt nicht. Then just not. We took this a little bit before. I will just remind you of it. Halt as a way to resign to reality. Ja, dann halt nicht. Also, then I will not do that. Whatever. As you say. Ja. Rufus hat die Schrauben vom Kinderkarussell geklaut. Rufus stole the screws from the children's carousel. Remember, we put the parrot on one of the speakers. This is why we are hearing the parrot right now from the last time. Also die Schraube is a screw. It's feminine because it ends with an E. We have an extra N because here it's plural. Yeah. Klauen is to steal. It's often used more in spoken German. Ja, klauen. So langsam kommt er ins Schwitzen. So slowly he starts to sweat, as in bit by bit. He's gonna start sweating, yeah? Also, schwitzen here is actually a verb turned into a noun. Schwitzen is to sweat, but you can see the S at the end of in. Also in das Schwitzen, just like I mentioned before, whenever you turn a verb into a noun, it becomes a neuter. And because he's gonna change state, because there's a change of state, ins or in takes the accusative. Yeah, this is why you see it in purple. Hey, huhu, juhu, hallo, hello. Ach, du schon wieder? It's you again? Fass dich kurz, ich habe zu tun. Be brief, I'm busy. Also kurz fassen is to summarize. You can see this is a subtable verb. This is why you see it highlighted in white with the dashes. These are the two parts of the verb fass dich kurz. So sich zusammenfassen is to be brief. In this case, this is the reflexive version. This is why we have dich in the middle. Ich habe zu tun. I'm busy. I have stuff to do.
Was macht die Arbeit?
Ich weiß auch nicht, was heute los ist. Irgendjemand belegt hier ständig eine Leitung. Ich komme kaum zur Ruhe.
Ich müsste dringend mal funken.
Aha. Und was hat das mit mir zu tun?
Naja, du hast ein Funkgerät.
Finger weg. Dieser Apparat ist nur für Postangestellte. Du kannst meinetwegen funken, bis dir der Schaum aus dem Ohr läuft. Aber nicht von diesem Gerät aus. Capito?
Was macht die Arbeit? Literally, this says what makes the work, but the translation is actually how's work going? Yeah, It's very informal. Ja, was macht die Arbeit? Ich weiß nicht, ich weiß auch nicht, was heute los ist. I don't know what's going on today either. Also los, here when you say los sein, as in what's going on. It's like when you say was ist los, what is going on, ja. Ich komme kaum zur Ruhe. I can hardly get any rest. Also kaum is hardly or barely. Let's make it clearer. Barely. Und die Ruhe is rest, feminine, because it ends with E. Ich muss dringend funken. I have to radio urgently, or have to send a radio signal urgently. So here radio is used as a verb. Naja, du hast ein Funkgerät. Well, you have a radio. Das Funkgerät is a radio, as in like walkie-talkie kind of radio, not the radio you listen, where you listen to the news on. Finger weg. Hands off. In German, it's more precise. You tell people finger away, not hands off. Ja, Finger weg. It's very common. Dieser Apparat ist nur für Postangestellte. This machine or this apparatus is only for postal employees. Also der Apparat is a machine, but in this case it actually means a telephone. Yeah, it could actually mean a telephone, but I mean not a literal telephone. This is why here they call it Apparat. It's a funky kind of device. Yeah, Postangestellter. You can see the word Angestellter, which is a salaried employee. Also der Angestellter is an employee. Kannst meinetwegen funken, bis der Schaumen aus dem Ohr läuft. As far as I'm concerned, you can spark until, not you can spark actually. Yeah, you can radio or send radio signals until foam comes out of your ears. Meinetwegen means for all I care. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned. It can be translated differently in different contexts. Ja, meinetwegen, as in on my account, for my sake, as far as I'm concerned. Sometimes it could mean because of me, but here it's just for all I care. I don't care what you're doing. Aber nicht von diesem Gerät aus, capito? But not from this device. Understood? Obviously, capito is just Italian. They're just trying to be funny here. Ja.
Ich gehe dann mal.
Mach das. Du solltest eigentlich ohnehin nicht hier sein.
Sehe ich genauso.
Ich gehe dann mal. I'm off then. Notice like how there's a missing E here. So technically you're supposed to say ich gehe dann mal. And mal is just making it into a soft kind of statement. It just makes it feel like a little bit. Yeah, but this whole thing you can memorize. Ich gehe dann mal. It's informal, and whenever you want to say I'm off then, you can just say ich gehe dann mal. Mach das. Do that. Du solltest eigentlich ohnehin nicht hier sein. You're not supposed to be here anyway. Ohnehin is anyway. Sehe ich genauso. I agree. Or literally, this is exactly how I see it. Yeah? I see it this way as well. Yeah. So we're gonna find a way to distract this operator. He already is distracted a little bit, so we can use this Funkgerät next time. For now, we're gonna review all the words we have seen today and then do some exercises to help you remember them. So try to read them with me. Ohnehin, anyway, meinetwegen, as far as I am concerned. Der Angestellte, salaried employee, der Apparat, apparatus, das Funkgerät, radio, also the walkie-talkie, die Ruhe, rest, kaum, barely, sich kurz fassen, to be brief, schwitzen, to sweat, klauen, to steal, die Schraube, the screw, frankieren, to stamp, die Lieferung, delivery, bauen, to build, der Mist, manure, lecken, to lick, die Briefmarke, stamp, packen, to pack away, lästig, annoying, das Putzmittel, cleaning agent, putzen, clean, schmutzig, dirty, wechseln, to change. Don't be afraid of the long list. Keep coming to Learn German games. You're going to see them multiple times every day, and you'll remember them eventually. Nützlich, useful, putzig, cute. Krass, out and out, as in, man, that's good, or something like that. Kratzen, scratch. Der Ersatz, replacement. Der Kastenbox. Die Stufe, level. It technically means a step, but in this context it meant a level. It's feminine because it ends with E. Die Frankierung, postage. Irrtümlich, erroneous or mistakenly. Das Gut, property. Auffüllen, to fill up. Zerdrücken, to squash. Die Knickerfolie, Knickerwrap. Die Luftblase, bubble. Die Zerstörung, destruction. Anzünden, to light. Das Versehen, oversight. Die Müllgrube, garbage dump. Das Malz, malt. Der Hopfen, hop. Überhaupt, at all. Der Spaß von. Langweilig, boring. Rosten, to rust. Das Wrackteil, wreckage part. Freigeben, to release. Die Nutzung, use, feminine because it ends with ung. Der Tresorraum, vault. Der Horchposten, listening post. Das Gerät, device. Heißen in this case, to mean. Anmelden, to register. Ausgehend, outgoing. Funken, to transmit radio. Die Zukunft, future. Feminine because it ends with T. Der Grund, reason. Der Nachsendeantrag, forwarding request. Das Anliegen, matter of concern. Und der Fehler, error. Time to practice now. If you are new to Learn German games, it's really easy to participate. Just send me the numbers on the left corresponding to the ones on the right. Don't be shy, it's okay if you make a mistake. We all make mistakes. You will also learn from your mistakes. The only real mistake you can do is not participating. Also 518 anmelden. To register. 112 heißen. To mean. 915 der Fehler, the error. 320 die Zukunft, the future. 417 das Gerät, the device. 915 das haben wir schon gemacht. 716 der Nachsendeantrag, the forwarding request. 911 915 nein, warte mal. Ja, 1014 der Grund, the reason. 3 Wörter noch, 3 more words. Zwei 13. Nein, das ist falsch. 211 Funken, Transmit Radio. 619 ausgehend. Matter of Concern, das ist falsch. Also ausgehend ist outgoing und das Anliegen matter of concern. Same exercise now with short sentences. We saw all these sentences today in the game. Hopefully you remember them enough to match the translations. So send me the numbers on the left corresponding to the ones on the right and I will click them. 9, 8, 10. Oh, wenn es dir gefällt, ja. If you like it. 10, 6, 10. Mann, bist du langweilig. Man, you're boring. 1, 19. Ich gehe dann mal. I'm off then. 5, 12. Naja, du hast ein Funkgerät. 5, well, you have a radio. Also eine Radio-Device. 2, 14. Zerstörung ist Spaß. Destruction is fun. 3, 15. Was macht die Arbeit? The translation should be actually, what's up with work? How's work going? 4, 12. Ist das auch Spaß? Is that fun too? 6, 13. Das können wir arrangieren. We can arrange that. 27. Ich komme kaum zur Ruhe. I can hardly get any rest. Und ich muss dringend funken. I need to radio urgently. Fill in the blanks. Von wo aus kann ich wechseln ist leider falsch. Von wo aus kann ich funken? Where can I radio from? Was soll denn das? What's missing here at the end? Heißen. Was soll denn das heißen? What is that supposed to mean? Bitte nennen Sie Ihr... What did the robot say here, if you remember in the game? Anybody remembers? Anliegen, ja. Bitte nennen Sie Ihr Anliegen. Please state your request. Kommt er etwa da aus dem? This is where Rufus was asking about the scratching sound, if you remember. Nein, Luftblase ist falsch. Why would a sound come out of a bubble? Kasten ist richtig, ja. Kommt es etwa da aus dem Kasten? Is that where it comes from, out of the box? Ich wohne in bla 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 in Elysium. What is missing here? We saw this in the beginning of the game today. In Zukunft, ja, in the future. I live in Elysium in the future, or I am going to be living in Elysium in the future. The I'm going to is implied. In German, you often use the present tense for the future as well. Flashcards. How do you say the device in German? Das Gerät, ja, sehr gut. And how do you say the future in German? Die Zukunft, because it ends with T. How do you say outgoing? Ausgehend, ja, sehr gut. How do you say to register in German? Very useful word. Anmelden, ja. How do you say to mean? The way we saw it today, it's a verb that normally means to be called. Do you remember it? Erinnert ihr euch? Heißen, ja. Matter of concern. The robot used this word. Do you remember what that word is? Anliegen, ja, and the gender is neuter. Das Anliegen. The reason in German, the reason for something, how do you say that? Der Grund, sehr gut. The error. Der Fehler, it's feminine, masculine because it ends with ER. Always notice these colors to help you remember the gender. The forwarding request, this one is a bit challenging, but maybe if you watch the game with me, you will remember it. Let me actually show you a few letters. This is a bit too challenging. Der Nachsendeantrag. The forwarding request. Transmit radio. This is a verb, obviously. Yeah, as you should say to transmit radio. Funken, ja, sehr gut. Now it's time to order some words. These are words we saw in the game today. Just send me the words as they're supposed to be to form a sentence that makes sense. So what's the first word? The first word has to be capitalized, of course. Let me help you out. It starts with oder. Oh ja, oder sich aus. Aus was? Aus Versehen. So without paying attention. Den Fuß anzündet. Oder sich aus Versehen den Fuß anzündet. Or accidentally lights his foot on fire. Wo finde ich... sorry, I'm giving you the solution. What's the first word to order? Wo finde ich, since I said it anyway, wo finde ich, ja, denn so ein angemeldetes Privatgerät? Where can I find such a registered private device? Next sentence. What's the first word here? Should be easy. This one is short. Ich muss dringend funken. I have or I need to radio urgently. Next sentence. What's the first word in this sentence for it to make sense? Beide Geräte sind nicht zur öffentlichen Nutzung freigegeben. Both devices are not released to the public. Next sentence. This is really the challenging part of the stream. I'm going to help you out a little bit. Gibt es denn, ja, das ist richtig, gar keine externen Geräte? Sehr gut. Are there no external devices at all? And that was our game for today. Today was the most challenging day. Every Sunday we play Deponia. It's a bit challenging. So if you found it too difficult, come to my other streams. I'm streaming almost every day at the same time as today. Tomorrow I'm going to be streaming Duolingo with questions and answers. So if you have any questions about German, come tomorrow at the same time and ask me. Also, if you like, I'm gonna send you a Discord invite in the chat if you'd like to hang out there as well. Yeah, so I hope to see you all tomorrow for Duolingo and questions and answers. On Tuesday, we'll be playing a puzzle game where we're going to be solving some mysteries in the room 3. We're going to start it on Tuesday. Also, bis bald. Tschüss.